Welcome. This is a video on how to solve for a missing side in a right triangle using trigonometry. This is the approaching proficient level, and the problem says to solve the right triangle for the missing side. It's worth noting that there are two with missing sides. This we don't know. We don't know this one either. The only one that we know is this 12, is the hypotenuse. And we could have, they indicated this, the one they want us to find with the x, but they could have just as easily said we want to find that one, and we could have found that one. We could find everything that's missing in this triangle with the information that we have. But what we want to first do is label what we have. So this 12, as I said before, this is the hypotenuse. And this x being right next to the angle is the adjacent. Next to means adjacent, or adjacent means next to. And so I've got I've got A and H. So if I put that in my mnemonic, so, ka, toa, and I have A and H, I'm going to be using the cosine. And so I can write my equation. Cosine, remember that whenever you write the sine, the cosine, the tangent, or any of the trigonometric ratios, the thing that immediately follows it is an angle. So this is the cosine of 63 degrees is equal to A over H. A is x over H. The hypotenuse is 12. And then I have an equation that I can solve. I want to get the x alone. You want to pay attention to whether the x is in the numerator or the denominator. This one is in the numerator, and that's a little bit easier. It only involves one step, because the opposite of dividing by 12, because that's what this is, dividing by 12 is multiply. So I'm going to multiply here by 12 and over here by 12. And that cancels that. And then we know what x is. We just have to put this in the calculator. Please make sure that your calculator is set to degrees. So we flip over here. And I notice up here it is set to degrees. You can see along the top if you got one of the newer calculators, if you have one of the older calculators, if you hit mode, I see that the radian is not highlighted, but degree is. So that is in degrees. And we had 12 times the cosine of the angle 63. And just double check to make sure that's what I actually had. 12 cosine 63, sure enough. And then I hit enter, and it says that is equal to 5.447. For rounding to the hundredths place, that's 5.4, and that 4 within 7 right next to it rounds to 5. So it's 5.45. X then is approximately equal to 5.45. This one didn't have any units, but if it did, if it was centimeters, then this would also be in centimeters. One of the things you want to keep straight when you're doing trigonometry is to keep separate whether you're looking for an angle or whether you're looking for a side length. And this is a side length, but that would be our final answer here. Okay, en español. Dice aquí que resuelva el triángulo rectángulo, solve the right triangle for the missing side, por el lado faltante. Y tenemos 12, y como había dicho en inglés, no tenemos este lado, ese lado falta, no tenemos este lado, pero este lado aquí está marcado con ese X, ese es el lado que quieren que encontremos. Entonces podemos poner las etiquetas. Y siempre opuesto del ángulo recto es la hipotenusa. Y a su costado del ángulo, al lado de este ángulo, es el adyacente. Adyacente significa al costado. Entonces, esto podría poner que es el opuesto, pero no tiene nada. Voy a usar lo que quiero encontrar y lo que yo ya sé, esto no tiene que ver, entonces no lo pongo para no confundirme. Entonces yo tengo H y A. Y A y H, si me fijo en nuestro ayudita, So, Ka, Toa, puedes ver que lo único que tiene A y H es el C, el cosine. Cuando escribimos la ecuación, tenemos que el cosine, siempre lo que sigue el sine, cosine o tangent es un ángulo. Y tenemos el cosine del ángulo 63 grados es igual al A sobre H. A es X y H es 12. Entonces, le pones el cosine de 63 grados es igual a X sobre 12. Pero queremos despejar la X. Y se está dividiendo entre 12. Lo opuesto de dividir es multiplicar. Multiplicamos por 12, multiplicamos por 12. Y eso ya podemos poner en la calculadora. Eso cancela aquí. Y lo ponemos en la calculadora. 12 cosine 63 nos dio 5.447, etcétera, 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 etcétera. Pero si lo estamos redondeando al lugar de las centésimas, ese 4 a su costado es 7. Eso lo redondea para arriba, es 5.45. 5.45 ya es la respuesta.